Welcome back, guys. Today I am making Marion's Kitchen sticky Asian hot wings with my own twist. If you don't know who Marion's Kitchen is, I will leave her info in the description bar down below, but I just love her recipes. I love her videos, and I saw this in my Instagram feed and I was like, I really want some chicken wings because we're quarantined and I really can't go out. I decided to recreate this at home. So without further ado, let's get into these ingredients. So you're going to need 1 full head of garlic and then 2 to 3 pieces of ginger. I only use 2. You're going to need some soy sauce and some sesame oil, and then you're also going to need some bush seasonings I'm going to show you throughout the video. Here I'm showing you how I crush my garlic, smash it, peel it, cut off the head, little top of the head, any nasty pieces. Today I didn't have my camera, my battery for my charger for my camera went missing, so I had to buy a new one. So I used my iPhone to film today, and I gotta say the quality came out pretty good. So here again, I smash my garlic, I peel it, and then I just remove any kind of bruised parts, and then I lay it to the side. So your garlic should remain whole and your ginger should be in cubed pieces, and you can leave a little bit of the skin on. Now in my mortar and pestle, I am going to smash these out both together to infuse the flavors. I love to do this when I'm marinating my chicken for a little bit, or if I want the flavors to be impactful. I'm going to take the larger pestle and I'm just going to smash it out almost into a paste-like look. Your pieces should be in shards when you're done. I'm going to show you how it looks like right here. So it should look like this. If it doesn't look like this, you need to smash it out more, but it should look like in shard pieces and very almost like a pasty like substance or a pasty like consistency. And then we're going to apply it directly to the chicken. The chicken has been washed with lemon. You can wash it with ginger, salt, water, whatever it is, but make sure you wash your chicken, or don't. Then we're going to add in a little drizzle of sesame oil and a little drizzle of soy sauce. Again, I don't really use measurements. I'm sorry for those who like measurements, but I feel like if you allow your other senses to do the thinking, cooking becomes easier. So allow your hands to tell you what you need. Allow your tongue to tell you what you need, because I feel like we all have different taste buds, different styles of cooking. Here I'm adding in some chicken seasoning, as you can see, my bone sucking sauce, and I feel like when you try to go for exact measurements, something ends up not being right because we're not using the exact same brands, and different brands do different things. So I feel like you kind of have to just go the way you want it to go. We're gonna add some garlic here. Make it taste the way you want it to taste according to your taste buds. Change, mix, and add. We're gonna add a little bit of cumin because cumin can be powerful. So not too much, just a little bit to add a nice little kick to the chicken. So we're going to add the cumin to the chicken, again just a little bit, and then we're also going to add in some Chinese 5 spice, again just a little bit. Don't overkill your chicken. You want a little goes a long way in food, so you don't have to add too much. Sometimes we think we need to add a lot to be more impactful, but these seasonings, they come already with so much flavor. We don't want to overpower and overshadow. We want everything to have a nice balance. And then we're going to add in my signature season blend. It's like an all-purpose seasoning from McCormick. Love using this on all my foods. It adds a great flavor, and you don't have to add any salt here either. People are going to ask that question, no salt? No salt, because a lot of the seasonings already come with salt already in their ingredients, so no need to add additional salt. But if you want to, by all means, please go ahead. And then we're going to mix this all together, and it should look like this. I mix with one hand because I have the camera in one hand. So I put the camera down and mix it properly, and this is how your chicken should look. Now we're going to transfer the chicken to 2 small pans, which have been Pam sprayed. Make sure they have been sprayed with oil, whatever it is, coconut oil, whatever you like to use. I have the oven preheated to 450 degrees, and then I'm going to turn it down to 400 once the chicken is in the oven. Reason being, I want my oven to be really, really hot, but 450, if I keep it there, it's going to dry out my chicken. So I still want my chicken to have moisture. So 450 I preheated it to, and then once I put the chicken in, I'm going to turn it down to 400 degrees, and I'm going to cover the chicken. Don't waste the chicken juices that are in the pan, honey. Keep it and put it on each chicken pan with the ginger shards in there, because it's going to crisp up in the oven, and it's going to taste so delicious, trust me. So keep on doing that and cover your chicken. Leave all the juices, drain it on both, cover it, and put it inside the oven. And the reason why we're covering it is because we want it to cook all the way through. I'm leaving my chicken in the oven for an hour because I really want it to be cooked inside and outside. Not that 5 minutes on each side business. No, It needs to be cooked inside and out. So now the chicken is cooking, we're going to work on our sauce. So you're going to need some sambal. I don't know how to say that word, forgive me. Hoisin sauce. You're going to need some honey and some white vinegar. Again, if you know how to say that word, please leave it in the comments below. I don't, okay? So we have our pot here. The fire is not on. I'm going to add in about 4 tablespoons of the sambal chili hot sauce. I added about 3 on camera and then 1 off camera. Again, if you don't want yours to be as spicy, don't add as much. If you want yours to be on the sweeter side, add more of the honey, add more sweetness in there, but I wanted mine to have, you know, a good amount of heat. So I'm going to add the hoisin, I'm going to add the honey, and I'm going to add the vinegar. And at this point, the fire is not on yet. Reason being is I didn't want one ingredient to evaporate while I'm adding another ingredient. I wanted more control, so I'm going to wait until all of them are in the pot, and then I'm going to turn my fire on to medium high heat because I want this to get thick very quick. I'm also going to add in some yogurt. Reason being is that if you cook for someone who has digestion issues, maybe has sensitivity to heat, loves spice but their stomach can't handle, they have heartburn, yogurt is one of the best ways to help with digestion. It's a cooling agent. So as you're eating the spice, the yogurt's gonna help those spicy things inside the food, whether it's the hot sauce, it's the red pepper, whatever it is, to digest properly and not give you acid reflux, not give you heartburn, not give you indigestion. So if you are cooking for somebody who has those issues, yogurt is really good. Plain yogurt. Don't buy flavored yogurt. Don't get vanilla yogurt. Get plain yogurt and only add a little bit in, okay? Now we're gonna check on our chicken to ensure that it's cooking. This is pretty much cooked. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them over, uncover it, and put it back into the oven for 5 minutes just for it to crisp up some more. Going back to our sauce, it's beautiful and it's thick. This is the moment where I'm going to decide what exactly I want to do here. Do I want to add more heat or do I want to add more sweetness? I'm going to go to the sweetness side. I did taste it. It was a little too spicy for me. Not that I don't like spice, but for some reason I was just really more into the more sticky barbecue side of the wings. So I added in brown sugar to give me that nice molasses thickness and also add sweetness. I also added a hair more of the hoisin sauce, which you'll see later in the video. I'm going to add a little bit more vinegar for acidity. Again, play with the flavors, make it your own, twist and turn, make it more spicy or more acidic, whatever it is. This chicken, you're going to eat it, not me, right? So make it to your taste and to your flavor. One thing I didn't mention, right here you're seeing me pour in the chicken juices. Yes, the chicken juices that are from the chicken in the oven, you are going to pour that into your sauce. That is a lot of flavor, so you don't want to waste it. Infuse both together and then turn off your fire. So our chicken is out of the oven, and now we're going to add our beautiful glossy thick sauce over the chicken, just a little bit to mix it in, okay, just to start mixing it in. And you still want to have your oven on, so your stove fire is off but your oven is still on, because we're going to put these back in the oven to get even more crispier. So here you see me mixing it up. I'm using one hand. I'm going to put the camera down soon to actually mix it up properly, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine both trays together and pour the remaining sauce over both. And you see the little shards of ginger there and garlic. Oh, beautiful flavor, impactful flavor that you are going to be tasting in your chicken. Now that the chicken has been well coated, what I'm doing here is just transferring the other chicken back to its original pan, and I'm taking that sauce and I'm drizzling on top to coat it evenly, so when they both go back into the oven, both has an equal amount of sauce, and it's going to look so beautiful. It's going to crisp up in the oven. It's going to glaze, because we're going to turn the oven on broil so that the outside of the skin gets crisp up and burnt almost. Not like burnt, but just a nice burnt, okay? Not like black burnt, but just a little bit of a nice burnt. And we're doing this because we really want our chicken to have that nice, beautiful glaze, and we want the sauce to adhere even more to the chicken. You can leave it as such right now, but I'm telling you, put it back in the oven. Okay, this is totally optional. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to saute up some broccoli florets. I'm doing this for aesthetic purposes for the YouTube community. So you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm just going to saute this up. I'm going to add in some red pepper and some garlic powder. Feel free to add salt, black pepper, whatever you like. But this took me about, I wouldn't say 5 to 6 minutes. I want it to become tender, but still crunchy. I don't want it to be very soft. I want it to be very tender on the outside, but crunchy on the inside. So I'm going to add those two ingredients, saute these up for about, I want to say 6 minutes at the most, and then serve. And do you see this? This is beautiful. It is golden, it looks sticky, it has a charredness to it, a little bit of burnt crispiness. The sauce is glossy and the chicken looks so luscious to eat. Now we're going to transfer our broccoli to the plate, and we're going to take a deeper look into this chicken. The broccoli is tender, it's soft on the outside, or tender on the outside, and crunchy on the inside. This is looking golden. This is looking beautiful. Please, guys, try this recipe out. Try Marion's recipe. Try my recipe. Compare us both. At the end, I paired us with some fried plantain and some white rice. This was just too good to even describe in words. Thank you guys so much for watching. Support the family. Subscribe to Uniquelystace. Go to the website where this recipe will be posted, and I will see you guys in my next one.